humans, welcome. This is Katy Mendoza, expanding consciousness in a fun and adventurous way. Welcome to the second video. In this video, we are still talking about childhood trauma. And in this video, we have a second activity. So we are still in the same base, in the same topic of our childhood trauma here. So after you have done the first video and you already have your questions and your answers, and you have done the first activity and you are ready to continue, you are in the right place. And if you ended up in this video and you have not watched the previous videos, please make sure to check those out. And let's go. Alright, after you have answered those questions, you are ready to move for your activity number 2. Again, take your time, make sure to stop this video if you need to. The questions are going to be down below too. This activity was inspired from an article by Andrea Brandt. And the article's name is 9 Steps to Healing Childhood Trauma as an Adult. As I share these 9 steps, I will also be giving you personalized examples from my experiences that you can also find in my book, for you to have an idea in how this works, to make it easier for you to really go into your past and your childhood to bring them into paper. In this article, Andrea also expresses how these 9 steps should have been a process that should have been done at the moment that the incident happened. But sadly, that's not how it usually works for most of us. Sadly, in the moment that that incident happened, you are not able to express your feelings, or you just can't really process all these steps right there, because it just happened and then becomes a trauma. The trauma stays in your subconscious and it takes over your future, your present, your adult life. But it's never too late to take on the time to follow these 9 steps. So make sure to start with a small trauma and really expand from there, little by little. And if you need, professional help, make sure you do that. But in here is to start with small traumas and just to become more aware of those traumas that need time and that need to process these 9 steps. So as I go through these 9 steps, I'm gonna go over them first, and then you can take notes. I'm gonna give you the examples, and later on your own time, after you watch all the video, go into a quiet space and follow them through to start your own. Step number 1, grounded. You wanna ground yourself and be in your center. So you're gonna find a quiet place that you know that nobody else is gonna come bother you. And you are going to close your eyes. You're gonna sit down, or you can also lay down, palms open, so you are in that meditative state. And you're gonna just start to breathe through your body, to really breathe and just get grounded and in tune with every single part of your body. After you have really become grounded and centered in your body, number 2, recall it. So you're going to start thinking about a situation in your present life, that something that recently happened, that it really caused like a strong emotional reaction in you. So now that you are thinking about that, that situation that just happened in your life, like I'm gonna give you the example. Let's say there was a moment that someone told me something that happened yesterday. Let's say someone told me something, and inside I wanted to express out how I felt in that moment. Like, no, you are wrong, or you annoy me, or that's not right. Like, I want to express how I feel, but I didn't. When I heard someone saying that, instead of expressing my true feelings, I shut down and I became passive aggressive, right? Why? Because something in my childhood I learned not to express my feelings. So you are gonna start thinking about a situation that's happened recently that it caused a strong emotional reaction. So me not being able to express how I felt, maybe I seem okay, but inside, like, something happened in me, and I felt, and it caused me to feel angry and all these emotions. So do your best to really go back. That's why you want to use something that happened not too long ago, and if it did, just really go back and really be in that moment. You know, recall it, see yourself there with the other person, like really go back to that situation that happened that made that strong emotion in you. Just start to let all the emotions come up. Is that anger, you know, whatever that you felt at that moment, just start to feel those emotions. As you are continuing to breathe, you are feeling those emotions. An example of one of the traumas from my childhood that has affected my life in a negative way is, you know, not being able to express my feelings, because you know, not thinking that they are worthy or good enough to express, not feeling safe to express who I really am or what I really want. You know, I learned to stay quiet even in the moments that I really wanted to scream. But the short story here is that, you know, when I was a little back in El Salvador, I was about to say this poem in front. It was like it was Mother's Day, and I had to stand in front of all these people to say this poem. And you know, deep down I was really sad because my mom wasn't there, and I was hoping that when I opened my eyes and had to stand there, that my mom was gonna surprise me and be there. And when I go there, you know, like, and say the poem, of course she wasn't there. She was nowhere to be found. So what happened in the moment is that I started to feel all this numbness, all these knots in my throat, in my heart, in my hands. I started to feel all these things, when truly all I wanted to do was cry and run away, you know, or express my mom how I felt, but she wasn't there. But since she wasn't there, and then I was standing in front of these people, I automatically, you know, all the feelings that I thought, that I felt, I just like numbed them. And that was one of the biggest points and breakthroughs and memories that I can remember, that I learned to not express my feelings. Because at the moment that I saw everybody applauding, I smiled. And I was like, see, smile, and like just put everything down, push all the pain, all the sadness down, and I smiled. So this was one of the situations that really taught me, and I learned by myself because of the situation that happened, to, you know, always show up with a smile even in the hard times. And I always grew up believing that I shouldn't express the sadness, that every life should be always positive and happy, when it's not truly like that. You know, it's okay to feel those emotions, and it's very important to feel the sadness and the anger and all these emotions. But I learned since that situation to always smile when I was feeling sad, to always smile when someone treated me like shit, to always smile and to not express how I felt. So that is my example, and I hope you guys are getting where I'm coming from. So that way you are going to think of that memory in your childhood that caused you not to be able So for me, in order for me to be able to start working on healing that trauma that I carried for a long time until I was able to set myself free, was to recall that, you know. And that's one of the things that I work with my coach Alan a lot, is that, you know, in our sessions I will go back there and I saw myself there and I started to feel, and that's what we're doing right now. So as you are recalling that memory, you want to feel all the emotions that are coming up. So just continue recalling all the memories of that one memory you can think of. So choose one and keep, like, as you're breathing, you're feeling your body and you are remembering every detail of that situation, just like the example that I gave you about me in the poem. Number 3, you want to sense it. So as you are continuing to breathe and you are continuing to, you know, remember that situation, start to sense your body. Like, where do you feel? Like, do you feel like tightness? Do you feel like a knot in your throat? Do you feel tingling in your body? Are you shaking? Like, start to sense your body. Scan it as you have your eyes closed. Start to scan your body. Like, what is happening in my body? Start to become aware of the sensations in your body. And my example for this one is that when as I started working on healing this trauma, I started to like feel those emotions that I totally forgot how to feel, right? So I started to feel, as I was thinking about it, like my heart started to like bubble up and all my emotions started to like move inside of me. I started to feel like that knot again. I got like cold and warm at the same time, and I started to feel all of this, right? And it's great because daily, sometimes we don't let ourselves feel. And I started to remember what it is to feel all that sadness. So it can be very uncomfortable because you are feeling all those emotions that have been trapped in your body. So now you are sensing it. For example, in my situation, that moment that I felt this sadness and I wanted to cry and run away, but instead I smile and just said the poem like nothing happened. I had been carrying all the pain and sadness of crying and not feeling support and not having my mom for so long, which caused to be angry at her and all these things, right? Not having that support. And once you start to feel it, you are getting closer to let yourself feel the emotions and to release it out of your body and memory, so it doesn't affect in your subconscious. Step number 4, name it. So it's very important to give those emotions and sensations that we just experienced a name. So is the knot in the throat the knot in my throat that I was feeling, is that like anger? Is that sadness that I just pushed down? Is the tingling in my body like anxiety? Like, name the emotion that in the body you are feeling. Naming the emotions that your body is feeling, remembering that memory, is really giving you a greater sense of that experience, of that situation that happened, and it will really get you to get to know yourself better and get yourself closer to understanding and to realizing that what happened in the past when you were a child is not your fault, and those emotions are just okay to feel, and you are here to release them. Number 5, love it. It's very important, when healing these traumas, and to really love yourself and to allow yourself to feel. So practice like loving yourself and loving what happened and being okay and understanding and being like, yes, okay, this happened. For example, that trauma with me being a little child, right? Okay, yes. Now that I see what it made me feel, I can sense it, I feel it. I love myself, and I know that it was not my fault. And at that moment, like, my mom was doing whatever she needed to do in order to bring us back to this country. So I really love myself for being so strong and for feeling the feelings. So in this part, you want to say, I love myself, and I love myself for feeling anger. It's okay to feel anger. It's okay to express yourself, Katy. So you want to start talking to yourself and really giving love to yourself. Give love to every single emotion that's coming up for you, and embrace your humanness. Be like, okay, I am a human. I am able and I'm okay to feel sadness at this moment and cry and let everything out. It's okay to feel anger and punch a pillow if you need to. Accept yourself for who you are and for all the emotions that are coming up, and just let them come out. Learn to love it. Number 6, feel it and experience it. So now you want to continue feeling those emotions and that sensation when you keep remembering the situation that just happened, that made you react and that gave you that emotion. Now just keep breathing here and just feel the feelings. Like, acknowledge yourself. I feel angry, and it's okay. So just continue to feel here the feelings that you are feeling, the emotions that are coming up, without any judgment to yourself, without any judgment to what happened or how you reacted. Just acknowledge everything that's happening in your mind, in your body, in your soul, and everything, that is moving inside of you. Just stay there feeling those. Acknowledge them and welcoming them. Give them that space to be there. It's okay to feel them and experience it. So if you feel a need to cry, cry. If you need if you have a feeling of punching something, grab a pillow. Don't go punching anybody, but grab a pillow and just let it out. Throw a tantrum. Whatever it needs to be done to release this, release it. Scream, sing when you're driving. Whatever you need to do, let it go. Scream it out. Don't just hold it there. Just like let it out. Dance, whatever it needs. Just release everything and experience everything. Good and the bad, all the emotions, experience it. Expressing yourself, expressing your emotions in a productive way is such a healthy way to deal with those emotions and those trauma, because you are making them move. They're not staying there stagnant in your body, in your subconscious. Now you are letting them come, you're letting them have life and move so they don't stay stuck in there. And an example is for this step, for me, in a way that I was able to start to experience, to feel it, all my emotions, and from the past and from the present and whatever, was therapy. I was going to therapy with him, so that helped me a lot. Talking about it, acknowledging them, writing. I started writing my book, which was one of the biggest things for me to also release and express myself and share it and not keeping them inside. So find different ways. Everybody is different things that for you it's a way of releasing. After you have experienced, feel those emotions in a healthy way, have learned to let them go and just let them be there and let them experience them, you are ready to move to step number 7. Receive its message and wisdom. So the emotions that you are feeling right now, are they connected to the past? Can they tell you something more about a past experience? Do they give you an insight of the root of the trauma? This is the way that you can find out where it started from. Those feelings, can you think about how the last time when you were a child you felt that way, the same way that you're feeling right now? It's taking you there. It's giving you its wisdom to direct to where everything started, for you to continue working since that memory. Those emotions and sensations that you now are letting yourself feel, are those communicating you something about different traumas that maybe you are working in one trauma, but now that you're feeling that, you realize different other traumas are coming up too? Just let them come up and listen to the message that these feelings and this experience of feeling your emotions are communicating to you. Ask yourself, if this emotion would come and tell me something, what would it come and tell me? What will my intuition, using that intuition, that third eye, what does this emotion is telling me about this situation? Your body is talking to you all the time. So maybe before you do a choice that is probably not the best choice for you, you're gonna feel that in your body. So if you're listening to it and you connected to what you're feeling right now, you know that your body is telling you stay away from that. Like, we have done this before. It doesn't take us anywhere. So just listen to the message that feeling these emotions is telling you. And if you're having problems in really figuring out what the message is, so you're like, what is this? I'm just feeling all this sadness or whatever, but I don't know what this means. Take some time to practice. So take some time to free writing, journal, start writing for 10 minutes non-stopping, just whatever comes up. And the answer will be there. Just keep experiencing, keep writing, expressing yourself. Drawing, writing, whatever it is, and you'll see that your subconscious has a lot to show you through there. Number 8, share it. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience about what you discovered with these emotions, share it to a friend, someone that you can trust. If not, just write about it. Write about it like if you're gonna be telling somebody. Write about what you felt, what emotions came up, what you realized, what emotions connected to the past traumas, how you feel about it, and everything that you experienced doing this activity, doing these steps so far. Just write about it or talk about it with someone. Talking or writing is a very important part of healing these traumas, such as like writing letters to those people that hurt you or the people that did cause you that trauma in your childhood. Writing them, but don't sending them. Just writing them, burning them, whatever you need to do. By doing so, by writing that letter and not sending them, by just releasing and expressing how you really felt at that moment and at this moment, you really are helping that emotions move through your body, and you really are able to release everything that you always wanted to say, but you just stay quiet. And this makes me take you to step number 9, the last one. Let it go. So find a way that you are able to, after you put all these emotions and memories, to let them go in peace. So you can use the power of visualization when you're meditating. Just visualize all that energy that all those trauma caused just coming out of your body, just releasing and leave them out. Another way of doing it too is having a Reiki session. You can contact me if you would like to experience one with me, or you can find anywhere that you can find a Reiki practitioner to help you with this. So really just letting them go from your, maybe not forever from your memory, but those emotions, because you are finally sensing them and letting yourself free from it. Like writing that letter. If you write the letter, maybe after you can burn it. That's a way of letting it go. Or maybe after the letter, you go in the ocean and you make a little prayer or say, thank you for everything, and now I let you and set you free, and you throw it in the water. Little things like that, the power that you put into it and how you feel and you believe in what you are doing. Really acknowledging, putting everything together, and now letting go to move forward. That does something to your subconscious in order to move on, and letting those emotions out, experiencing, feeling them, no longer stuck in your body. So whatever ritual you choose to do, burning a candle, with whatever ritual you choose to do, just acknowledge yourself and say, I am now letting go of this memory, of this trauma. It's no longer in my subconscious. And just believe that it's not, because now you have consciously and in a healthy way, feel your emotions, connect your emotions to the traumas from the past, and allow them to be out of your body, to set you free. And those are the 9 steps. I hope it helped a lot. Again, make sure to stop the video, to pause the video, to go back, whatever. But all of these questions and activities, you can find the steps down below. You can find the link of the website where I also got it from. And I hope you really take the time to continue doing this work. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for existing and for taking responsibility of your pain and your actions and everything. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Wow, ciao. You are always manifesting. The question is, are you manifesting consciously or unconsciously? To manifest is to bring something forth into your physical